Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvina Vaditamastu Mavid Vishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May the Divine Being look over us lovingly as a mother and father. May the Divine Being support and nourish us as a mother and father. May we have the strength and skill to study together the art of spirituality. May no misunderstandings arise amongst us. Om, peace, peace, peace be unto us and to all beings everywhere. Om Hari Om Tat Sat. Salutations again and again to Sri Ramakrishna, who is the embodiment of Vishnu and Shiva, and is of the form of all gods. Salutations again and again to Sri Sharada Devi, who is the embodiment of Saraswati and Shakti, and is of the form of all goddesses. Salutations again and again to Narendra Swamiji and to Rakal Maharaj, and to all of the Master's band of minstrels who took human form for no other reason than to serve humanity, to assist the Master in his determination to unchain us and set us free. Om Asato Ma Satgamaya, Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityor Ma Amrutangamaya, Abir Moiti. O dearly beloved Master, lead us from thy lesser manifest truth to thy highest absolute truth. Lead us from darkness and ignorance to the brilliance of thy wisdom and love. Lead us from darkness and ignorance to the brilliance of thy wisdom and love. Lead us from death to immortality. Light us through and through. Light us through and through. Light us through and through with thy everlasting shining presence. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Om peace, peace. Peace be unto us and to all beloved beings everywhere. Oh, dear Lord, make it so. Well, Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year.
Thank you, Brother Shankara. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Brother Shankara. Happy New Year, Cindy, Aima.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
It's so good that you joined us. It's so good to have this.
I didn't want to put I'm not quite dressed, so I didn't want to put
We're none
Don't
of
worry
us
about
dressed.
it.
Don't have my makeup on.
We don't need to worry about any of that, dear.
No.
Absolutely not.
So,
It is thy sweet, holy presence, the divine within, that we treasure. And of course, its expression is Rita and the rest of us. So it sounds like there's a war going on outside.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. People celebrate in their various ways.
I have the loud Mexican music and the fireworks.
There's a family of immigrants that lives near Cindy that plays very loud Mexican music.
I mean, it's not at all unpleasant music, but it's very loud, and they party hard.
Good evening, Bart.
Good evening, brother. And everyone.
Whoa, we got
Bit of an
some
echo.
serious feedback there.
Feedback. Sorry.
Back.
Ah,
Sundar and Niranjana, so good you're with us. Bart, we've got you twice. We've got your name on the one hand, and then we've got your image on the other.
how
Did you manage to get signed on twice?
I think my phone. I'm on Zoom on my phone. Let me shut all this off. Sorry. There we go.
There we go.
Sorry about that. I'll mute myself. My dog is going crazy with the fireworks.
Well, bless your dog. I know about dogs and fireworks. So does anyone have any special plans for the new year? Any resolutions? Well, I have a resolution. I will be walking more in aid of being healthier. A Chinese acupuncturist once told me, walking is the best medicine. So Santa Claus brought me a new pair of walking shoes, and so I intend to have that be part of the program.
We have Sundar and Niranjana put the video on. Hello, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year indeed, dears.
Happy New Year to all.
Happy New Year, everyone.
So nobody else made any response to the question about plans for the new year or resolutions?
I don't make resolutions. I make revolutions. It's time for a revolution.
True.
A spiritual revolution.
Absolutely.
You know, for the last 3 years, I have been keeping, I went to one group where they were doing New Year's, you do a meditation and then just go think deeply and write use with great clarity and great detail, just things that will be for the greater good, and just put down your goals. And for the last 3 years, I've done that. And I looked back yesterday at the notebook, and exactly what I had said 3 years ago, I see the timeline and it came true.
Well, good.
Very good.
So some part of us, when you do a spiritual exercise, some part of us takes over and accomplishes.
That's what the scriptures tell us. That if we'll just get out of the way, if we'll just get our upadis, our self-conceptions out of the way, there is something far more powerful behind.
And it's bigger than us. It has to be something really big for the greater good.
That's exactly what Swami Vivekananda was saying in the reading on Wednesday night in the Jnana Yoga class.
Yes.
That it is there, and all of our smaller conceptions are simply an impediment to it. It's not that we're bad and wrong for having smaller conceptions. As Sri Ramakrishna says, everything happens at the right time. So we mustn't fuss at ourselves for any reason. fussing at ourselves is just another way of distracting ourselves. I don't know if any of you remember Harsh and Rekha Nath. Do any of you remember Harsh and Rekha Nath?
Mhm.
They lived here until a few years ago. And then Harsh, for his work, had to move to Texas. And Rekha, who is very advanced in physical therapy, wasn't able to get a license in Texas right away. So for some time he had to commute. And she had to stay here for work, and he had to work in Austin, Texas. But now I got a letter from them very recently in the last few days saying that all that's resolved. They're so happy that they were here, and they felt that the spiritual uplift of this place helped them resolve their issues, come to the wonderful place they're in now. Harsh and Rekha.
I remember them now that when you mentioned the Texas
Mm-hmm.
thing, when they were having that. Yeah.
So it was Harsh's way of thanking this place, and also to say that they're looking forward to a very good new year, which was sweet to hear. And of course, our beloved Haima has moved away to Denver, so it's not yet New Year at her place,
That's right.
but she's
Give them.
sharing in our New Year here is very appropriate.
Yeah.
Of course, there's that whole contingent on the West Coast that from which that raised me, so to speak, and sent me here. We'll hear from them, not tonight, but we'll hear from them in the morning about Happy New Year and all.
I got a call just before the meditation from my Northern Cali folks.
Mm.
They made a fire in the street in front of their house. They said they did this every year, and
Really?
people came and jumped over the fire. And
That's a Native American
oh,
jumping.
well, probably their friend Coyote, George Thompson Coyote, started that. But he said it's a lot of fun.
Yes, well,
Anybody ever caught fire?
well,
Not.
the
There is a ritual that goes with it. I don't remember exactly what it is, but it has something to do with the new year and the releasing some old things and welcoming new things. But you jump over the fire, that's part of it.
mm-hmm.
That's interesting because a fire is supposed to be a uh, purifier as well. In Indian puja, you do you put the fire, make a circle of fire around you for protection.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In the Native American tradition, fire is also purification.
Yeah.
Is used for purification, and this jumping over the fire, of course, like all those kinds of things, it became competitive among the young men about who could jump over the biggest fire, the highest fire, and not get themselves burned. But The the basic idea is, as Cindy said, is to in jumping through, so to speak, the fire. One is burning away the impurities. And in a sense, you're a new person when you land on the other side of the fire.
Mhm.
I will bid you Happy New Year then. Thank you.
Happy New Year.
Rita,
Jeremiah.
and to Ranjit,
Yes.
and tell him that we all wish him the best, and we're so happy for him that he's enjoying his retirement and having the time for contemplation. Rita, I wanted to remark also, Janice absolutely loved your book, and plans to make good use of it. She really likes the way it's organized and so on.
Thank you.
And so
That's that's high praise coming from someone who knows about gardening and cooking and seasons and everything. That's amazing. Thank you so much.
it is. And if you have a photograph of the book, we can do one if you don't have one. But if you have a photograph of the cover of the book, please send it to us, because along with I think you did send or were going to send some review that you particularly liked, and
Yes.
That will all be run in American Vedanta 78, which will come out in early February.
Oh, that would be lovely, because I have so many good reviews. Of course, there's one by Ron Carroll, who has written he was a professor a director of the School of Ecology, the Odum School.
Mm-hmm.
He wrote that, and then Dr. Uma Majmudar has said something. And then, we were at the Bishop's Park Farmers Market, and the people who went through and bought the books, every one of them will say, it's so beautiful, and how much they love it.
It is beautiful. So I have to prevail on Janice to bring the book back to me so that I can read your article in the book, or you can send me the article as a Word file or a document, and I'll read it that way. But
Well, or I could give you your own copy.
oh, don't worry about that, dear. As I said, I wouldn't make any use of it. It's much better in the hands of someone who will put it to use.
Okay, I can lend you a copy then. I'll lend you a copy.
I'm not a cook anymore.
I'll lend you a copy.
I'll ask Janice to bring the other copy.
Thank you.
Do send this this fellow that whose review that you so prize. Do send that. And
I will. And I did have a professional. Yeah, sorry to interrupt you. I did have a professional photographer take the cover pictures and all for publicity. So I will send you that picture.
First rate. It is a very professionally produced book, very beautiful.
Thank you.
For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, Rita and a number of colleagues produced a beautiful cookbook, but it's more than a cookbook. It has spiritual guidance and ways of thinking about the seasons, about how to plant and when to plant and what to plant and what to reap and when to reap it and so on. So it's a beautiful, beautiful piece of work, very professional and deserving of attention.
Thank you.
All right then. You were about to sign off, so I
Yes,
didn't mean to detain you, but I did want to say that, and I wanted to say it in the presence of these others.
By the way, Niranjana and Sundar bought a copy too. I'm so glad.
I'm sure they'll make good use of it since they are cooks.
Yes, it's by the way, hi Maji and Bart, it is a fundraiser. It's an educational fundraiser for the extension programs here. Mhm.
Yeah, we have just gone through the cover. We need to go through the book.
You will like the recipes on Toran and Avial and all that. You should try that.
Sure, let's try that.
Okay. Good night.
Good
Right.
night,
Happy
dear.
New Year. Bye bye. Bye,
Happy
Cindy.
New Year, Rita.
Bye bye.
Coming back to what Cindy was mentioning about jumping the fire,
Yes.
in India, in parts of like where they worship mother, they have a similar thing. It's not jumping over the fire. What they will do is like they will burn the wood in such a way that it like say for 2 to 3 hours and it's like red hot, and say it's for around a few feet will be there, and people will worship the mother and in a mood of ecstasy, uh, but still they will be conscious. They will walk over that uh,
Walk over the
bed of
coals,
fire.
yes.
Yeah, and mostly have some people like, for some they will have like a few things on their legs, like it might get burnt. For others it's a wonder, like even the very next day they just move around as usual.
Mm.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for arranging this, Brother Shankara. This is really great to
Well,
meditate.
this is a tradition.
Has it been?
It's a tradition not only here but in many of the Vedanta centers around the United States.
Yeah,
And of course, Swami Yogeshananda observed it, and
this is great.
um, it's it's the right thing to do for those of us who wish to see the new year in together.
Yeah.
It's a way to divinize
Definitely. Thank you so much.
to divinize the moment. Just like tomorrow, or I guess today now, although not today by Indian standards, but today by Greenwich standards, um, we will observe and celebrate Sri Ramakrishna's divinization of the New Year, so that people didn't have some reason, so that people have some reason to do something other than just be frivolous on New Year's Day. There's reason to think about our liberation, the fact that he came with the determination to offer us the invitation to unchain us and set us free. And so that's what we'll do starting at 2:30 Atlanta time tomorrow.
Right.
Is
I
talk about the Master's divinization of New Year's Day.
Happy New Year to all of you, and I'll see you tomorrow afternoon, Brother Shankara.
Happy New Year, dear, and may you have a sweet night, and
Thank
may
you.
there not be too many explosions near you.
Yeah.
It's calmed down around here.
Yeah.
There aren't so many explosions now.
They got it out of the way.
Right,
They used up all their fireworks. Yay.
right.
We're all 55 and above people here. Everybody is sleeping. Nobody is making any noise here. So, so I don't hear any fireworks here. So,
Very good, dear.
Good.
All right. Well, a great good night to you.
good night, everybody. See you
Good
tomorrow.
night, Haima.
Bye.
Night, dear. And now we are 5.
I was thinking tonight while I was washing dishes about, well, we used to, Jerry and I, we would, wherever we would be, we'd usually be playing music somewhere at somebody's house. We'd leave about 11:30 and go to the center and meditate, and then go back to the music happening party.
Hmm.
But when David Truran built his studio in his basement, that it was completely soundproof and completely dark. And so we started just not going to the center, but being upstairs with the music people. But then whoever wanted to, and it got to be more and more people would join us, people who hadn't been doing that sort of thing, but really, really loved it. And David and I were talking about it tonight. He's in Texas now, but
Mm.
just how much he really loved doing that. He loved that practice.
Well, it is anything that we can do to divinize the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Swami Sridharananda, our beloved Swami Sridharananda, says that is the key, that is the deep secret.
It is.
Divinize it all,
Mm-hmm.
which is the same message that Swami Prabhupada was giving when he said, "Give it all a Godward turn."
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm going to talk about. I forget what. I think it's the 17th of January. And the topic of the title of the talk is "Itty Bitty Austerities," and it's about how to give everything a Godward turn, to divinize everything.
Well, it's 12:32.
Is it
33. 12:33.
very good?
So I think I'm
That
gonna
adds up to
sign off.
9.
Hmm?
That adds up to 9. We don't have to stick around till 1 o'clock. We can sign off anytime. Bart, anything that you would like to say? You've been pretty quiet.
Hmm. I'm just kind of in a meditative mood right now, just putting 2020 to rest and
Amen to that.
ready to start ready to start a new chapter or a new book, actually.
Yes.
Close the book on it.
Yes. Let's close the book on that one.
Thank you.
Yes. By the by, I wasn't just being kind to Rita and mentioning her book. That really is a magnificent piece of work.
I'd love to see it. Do you think Janice could?
Yeah, Janice will bring it back.
I wanted to see it before, and then I forgot about it. But when it was first mentioned,
I'll ask Janice to bring
okay. Okay. Well, I'm gonna sign off and go find my cat
it back. Okay.
hiding somewhere outside.
All right, dear.
So Happy New Year, everybody. Good to
Happy
see
New Year
y'all.
to you. Jai Shri Guru Maharaj Ji Ki Jai. Durga Durga Durga.
Happy New Year, Cindy.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy
Happy
New
New
Year.
Year, Cindy.
Mhm.
Glad you were with us.
Mhm.
Me too.
Brother Shankara, we just wish that 2021, it's like a normal year. 2020, like even the normal things like coming to the center or going anywhere, it required like special things. We wish that everything comes back to normal very
Well,
soon.
we all have to get vaccinated first.
Yeah,
That's the thing. Just masks is good, but it's not enough.
yeah.
This is what Dr. Fauci and other experts say.
Yes.
Don't have gatherings of very many people, even with masks in closed spaces. So once we're all vaccinated, which should be by spring,
Mm.
I'm knocking on wood as I say that, uh, the Biden people, Biden, Harris, and all those people are saying that they will really put a fire under it as soon as they're in office. And I believe that's true. I believe they really have a plan and are already working with the suppliers and distributors and so on to get more of the vaccines into distribution and available. I know that is because of my age, I'm a member of Kaiser, and as soon as they have the vaccine, I'll be one of the prime candidates. But they don't have it yet. So we'll just hope that we can get everybody vaccinated by March or April, and as you say, get things back to where we can all gather here at the center. It's nice to be able to do this by Zoom. I mean, I'm very glad that we're able to do it and to stay in touch this way. It's an amazing technology and it works very well. But it's not the same. I mean, I'm used to being in this room. There would be about a dozen people who would come to the midnight meditation, 8 to a dozen people. And we would all be in the kitchen afterwards, enjoying some snacks and some fellowship. And this is the first time I can ever remember ringing in the new year by myself. in all my 78 years.
Oh.
I'm in my 79th year now. I don't think that, I think this is the very first time that I've ever been physically alone on the turn of the year. So Bart, did your dog calm down after the explosion stopped?
Yes, she did. All of a sudden, about 10 minutes ago, all the fireworks stopped.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm out in Gwinnett County, and so for some reason it all just stopped
Well,
on
as
a
soon
dime.
as they just run out.
Yeah, they did.
They
Yeah, they
blow
did.
them all up.
Out here, we might hear shotgun blast it pretty soon.
Yeah,
It all
people do
depends.
that too.
In a rural area.
By the way, Sundar Naranjana, that is a very nice picture of the two of you that you have up on the screen.
Beautiful.
Very nice picture. Are you able to stay in touch with your folks in India, the two of you, by any kind of visual thing like Skype or FaceTime or Zoom?
Yeah, we just use WhatsApp, brother, most of the times.
Or
WhatsApp
WhatsApp?
video
Yeah,
call.
I've never learned to use WhatsApp.
Yeah. Actually, recently, Urmi and Chinmayi, from, if you remember,
Oh yes,
Urmi, yes, brother. So we were talking to them over WhatsApp, and she was saying that she wanted to talk to you, but she was saying that you don't use WhatsApp.
yes, it's true.
Yeah. I told her that you're always available on your cell phone number, and
Yeah,
if she calls you over that, she might be able to reach you in Atlanta hours.
that's true.
Mhm.
Somebody's typing something. Tap, 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 tap. Must be a text.
That's- Yeah. Brother, tomorrow afternoon during the Kalpataru Day celebration,
Hmm.
would it be okay if we stop by at the center in the chapel?
Well, yes, but we won't be doing it from there. We'll
Yeah.
be doing the Kalpataru Day from here,
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
but you're more than welcome to stop by the chapel.
Okay.
Um, you know, the observance and the readings and all will be done from here,
Okay.
not from there. It's just more difficult to,
Yeah.
to
Carry on the
set
mat.
up everything out there and then take it down again. It's just so practical to do it from here.
Yeah, this is very nice. Like our shrine itself, it looks like the shrine itself is moved over here.
Well, it was wonderful that there was that set of pictures for the children's shrine, but nobody ever used it. So it was just perfect to move it over here.
Yes.
And then we've now arranged pictures there
Yes.
so that the arati is, there's the same sort of representation of deities. Actually, there's a little more here than there is in the chapel. We don't have a picture of Kali, but we do have the mandala, the mother's mandala.
And even this small Christmas tree looks fine. Every year we used to have the bigger one over there in the chapel. This one fits over here.
Yes, it was Cindy found it for us, and it was Jyoti that decorated it. And it's a very sweet little tree. It has been profusely thanked for sacrificing its life for us.
Okay,
Now,
brother.
this idea of divinizing
Mm-hmm.
everything in your life, you can go on YouTube or you can go to the Sydney, Australia website, the Vedanta Society of Sydney, and find Swami Sridharananda's talk about divinizing everything. And I've heard it in person, thankfully. It was many years ago, probably 2004, 2005. But it's really a powerful talk on the idea that if we can just manage to divinize everything in our lives, that is the key that turns in the lock and reveals our true nature. It's exactly what it says in Om Brahmarpanam. He or she who sees Brahman in every action attains to Brahman. It's the same idea, seeing the divine in everything, in every action, in every. It starts off with Brahman is the offering, Brahman is the ritual, Brahman is she or he who offers to the fire that is Brahman. So, it's a short list, but it's that idea, seeing the divine in everything. But of course, as is his nature, Swami Sridharananda does it both humorously and lovingly. And, you were most fortunate, Sundar, to spend so much time with that Swami. I mean, that was a great boon for your life. As they used to say of Swami Prabhavananda, well, he knocked lifetimes off your karmic record.
Since you mentioned about Swami Siddharanandji Maharaj, I think before, like few weeks back, we were listening to a talk by Swami Chetananandji Maharaj. So during that time, he was mentioning one incident where Maharaj was mentioning about like Vedanta monks. So during that time, he was mentioning that during the earlier days, Swami Sridharanji Maharaj was a disciple to one of Holy Mother's direct disciple.
Yes.
So one of the incident he mentioned was, I forgot the Maharaj name, but he was going to see a person who was having tuberculosis, and Sridharananji Maharaj also went along with him. So during that time, that Maharaj prayed to Holy Mother that this person is coming along with me and serving me, and I wish that like he doesn't get any tuberculosis because it's a contagious disease. So
Yes.
and that Maharaj got a vision from Mother, Holy Mother, that yes, he won't be having any problem with the tuberculosis.
Yes. Well, you know, Swami Sridharananda did serve one of the senior swamis for years, at least a couple of years, served them every day
Mm.
that did have tuberculosis. And he also at that time did not contract the disease.
Yes.
I think that was in Benares, I think.
Yeah, Banaras, yes.
Yes. Was it Swami Vireshwarananda that was Sri Sharada Devi's direct disciple? Is that what Swami Vireshwarananda?
Uh,
Can't remember. Is it Virajananda or Vireshwarananda?
yeah, I forgot Maharaj name because it's a continuous talk where Maharaj
Starts with V, I can tell you.
mentioned,
It's one of those two. It's
then
either
it was
Virajananda. I think it's Vireshwarananda.
yeah, I think it must be Viresharananda because yeah.
Swami Vireshananda is Holy Mother's disciple. That I know.
Oh, well, then that makes the connection.
Okay.
He did serve, and Vireshwarananda is the one. He used to clean Vireshwarananda's room.
Oh, okay.
And he would be down there cleaning in between the parquets. The floor was paved with these wooden parquets. And he would be cleaning in between them with a toothpick. And Vireshwarananda would inspect very carefully. And also, Vireshwarananda instructed him to say his mantra with each incoming breath and outgoing breath. And so Vireshwarananda told him to do that. And then one time, Sridharananda, who was still, I think, a brahmachari at the time, not a swami, he came into the room and Vireshwarananda finally said, "Well, are you doing it?" And he did that 2 or 3 more times over a 4-month period of 4-month period. Finally, at the end of the 4 months, Sridharanandaji, whatever his brahmachari name was able to say yes.
Oh,
4 months only. 4 months only to learn that. What a mind. 4 months to get to where you're saying your mantra with each incoming and outgoing breath. Now we're living what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said. Chant the name of the Lord and His glory with unceasingly. Chant the name of the Lord and His glory unceasingly.
oh, yeah, that is very because I have heard that few of the Maharaj do like that, but I don't know who really practices it. I came to know from you today.
Swami Sridharananda does indeed practice it.
Oh,
And I'll tell you another story of him. Vireshwarananda sent him off on a pilgrimage to go barefoot from, I think it was Belurmat to Mayavati or maybe it was from Benares to Mayavati. I don't remember. And anyway, it was a long walk, barefoot, and to take nothing, just your water pot and your monk's bag.
Oh,
No money, no nothing. Depend entirely on the Lord. And so at one point, he had gone without food for 2 days. And he just sat down and said, well, Thakur Ma, whoever it was he addressed, you'll either take care of me or I'll die here. And just at that moment, over a rise came this fellow from the village saying, oh, someone told me you were coming. Some other villager had seen him. Someone told me you were coming. I've prepared a feast for you. So he took him and fed him this feast. But he wasn't allowed to take any food away with him. He had to go on just in that way. And as on that same journey, he came to this beautiful place that had this beautiful vista. And there was a rock there, obviously designed for people to sit and meditate on this vista. And he said that was where the anahata sound came to him on this same pilgrimage, this same walk that he was on. He was sitting there on that rock. And
what is anahata sound, brother?
Om.
Oh.
When you hear anahata means the unstruck sound.
Okay.
When you hear the Om, you don't have to say it. You not only hear it but feel it throughout your citta.
Oh.
It because of its power, it subdues all other vrittis in the citta, and you experience only the Om.
Oh.
And so it's a form of samadhi. I tell you, that Swami, I feel so blessed to have been in his presence for so many days. Well, what time has it gotten to be, dear ones? I can't quite read what it says.
12:54.
12:54. Well, we'll ring off at 1 o'clock. Oh, I have a clock right here. What am I doing? Yep, 12:54. So tomorrow, you say you two want to come at 2:30 to the chapel?
2:30. Yeah, maybe. Yes.
Because that's what if you wish, you can come on in here and be with me in this little shrine. We'll just all wear masks. So you can sit a few feet away. If you want to do that, that's okay.
Okay, brother.
Okay.
Thank you.
We can bring a couple of chairs in here. You can sit in here with me
Okay.
as the reading is done, and
Sure, brother.
maybe we can persuade Niranjana to sing a song. Would you do that for us, Niranjana? Can you think of some song you might like to sing to the master from here tomorrow?
Yes, brother.
Did you just say yes?
Yes, brother.
Oh, please, yes. Then let's plan on that.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, the Kalpataru story. As Swami Sharadananda says, Kalpataru is not exactly accurate because the Kalpataru, the wish-fulfilling tree, fulfills any wish, and the master will not fulfill any wish that is not good for you. So the it's not, he says Kalpataru is not really the accurate word for that day. The master is not like the wish-fulfilling tree that will grant any wish that you wish for. No, the master will only grant those wishes that are beneficial for you. Even mother is not the Kalpataru. Mother is more generous. She's more willing to grant us wishes that have to do with worldly things. But even she won't grant us wishes that aren't good for us. Which is one way to interpret what happens to us, since we are such, I mean, I'm speaking for all four of us here on the screen. All of us are sincere devotees. We can imagine that what happens for us, to us, is for our benefit.
Yeah.
As Rumi says in one of his poems, the title is It's All Rigged. And the poem begins, it's all rigged in your favor, everything. So,
This election was the first time I learned the word rigged.
yes, isn't that an interesting that?
Yeah.
But Rumi was using it in a very much more spiritual sense.
Right.
The title of the poem is It's All Rigged. And the poem starts, it's all rigged in your favor, everything. Then goes on to elaborate. The idea being that if you'll just pay attention, you will be led in the right direction. At the right time.
In the right time.
In the right way. Jai Shri Guru Maharaj Ki Jai. So we'll sign off this way. Let there be peace in outer space.
Let there be peace in the outer space.
Let there be peace in the sky, on the earth, and in the waters.
Let there be peace on the sky, on the earth, and in the.
Let there be peace in the herbs, the plants, and the trees.
Peace.
May the gods be peaceful. May the whole universe be pervaded by peace. Let this infinite universal peace prevail throughout my being. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace. Peace be unto us and to all beloved beings everywhere. Jai Shri Guru Maharaj Ji Ki Jai, Durga Durga Durga. May you go forward in Mother's loving and protective embrace. May you be safe. May you be healthy. May you be cheerful. And may you have peace of mind. So Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year. I'm so
Happy New
glad
Year.
you joined us.
Yeah.
And see you tomorrow. And Bart,
See you
if you're so moved and you want to show up here at 2:30 in the afternoon, you're welcome also.
Thank you. Thank you. I might do that.
Well, we'll just keep it quiet because there are people in the congregation that say, "Oh, you're taking too much risk. You're taking too much risk." Well, we'll just have to be careful. That's all.
We will. We will.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you, brother. Sundar and Narajana. Happy New Year.
And I'm looking forward to
Hariom.
the song tomorrow. I always love to hear you sing.
Mm.
Good night, dears.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Happy New Year, Brad.